I bought a forgotten Starship at auction. They said it could never be fixed. Alex had always loved old things. Not antiques or paintings, but old machines, old technology, and especially old starships. There was something about the way they carried history inside them. Each scratch, each rusted panel, each flickering light was like a story waiting to be told. So when Alex heard about the Interstellar auction held on the edge of the Andros belt, they couldn't resist. The auction was massive. Ships of all sizes floated in large docking bays, their hulls shining under the artificial lights, some polished and new, some battered and abandoned. People from across the galaxy had gathered, traders, explorers, collectors, and curious tourists. The air smelled faintly of ozone and oil, mixed with the aroma of recycled food from the food stalls lining the outer deck. Alex moved carefully through the crowd, scanning the listings on a handheld terminal. Most of the ships were either too expensive or too ordinary. Some were fast freighters, some were luxury yachts, and a few were experimental military ships. But then something unusual caught Alex's eye. It was listed simply as Elysium, beyond repair. The small starship hovered in the bay like a ghost. Its hull was dented, paint peeling, and several panels hung loose. Its engines were old and silent. Many people walked past without even glancing at it. But Alex paused. There was something about its shape, its lines, that spoke of elegance and forgotten glory. "Sir, I wouldn't waste your credits on that one," said a nearby dealer, noticing Alex staring. "That ship has been dead for decades. It's a museum piece at best, and even then, I wouldn't touch it." Alex smiled. Sometimes the best things are worth the risk. The auction began, with a booming voice echoing through the docking bay. One by one, ships were called, prices rose, and buyers bid. When Elysium's turn came, the auctioneer's words were clear. "This vessel, the Elysium, is beyond repair. Attempts to restore it have failed. Its engines are dead, its systems offline, and its history, well, it is lost to time. Bidders, be warned. You will not be able to fly this starship again." Alex's heart raced. That was exactly why they wanted it. While others saw a broken shell, Alex saw potential. With a few careful hands, some ingenuity and patience, Alex knew they could bring it back to life. The bidding started. A few collectors raised their hands, but most dropped out quickly. Alex waited until the crowd thinned and then raised their paddle. Going once, going twice, sold. The auctioneer slammed the gavel to the bidder in Section C. "Congratulations." Alex grinned. They had just bought the forgotten starship. The journey back to their workshop was tense. Transporting a derelict ship through the crowded docking corridors was no easy task. But Alex's team, just themselves and a small service droid named Pip, managed it. The ship's engines were dead, so they towed it using a heavy-duty tractor beam. Finally, the Elysium rested in Alex's hangar. The lights flickered overhead, casting shadows across the ship's worn hull. Alex ran their hands along the cool metal, feeling the dents and scratches. "You've got a lot of work ahead, old friend," Alex said softly. Pip beeped in agreement. Alex spent the next few hours exploring the ship's exterior. Panels were loose, rust-covered joints, and some of the access ports were sealed shut. But there were signs of genius design, hidden compartments, unusual energy conduits, and a shape that suggested speed and efficiency even in its age. The interior was dark and quiet. Alex switched on the emergency lights, which cast a soft blue glow across the corridors. Dust floated in the air, disturbed by Alex's movements. The smell of old metal and electronics filled the cabin. It was like walking into a time capsule. Alex carefully opened the control room. The main console was covered in grime, but the screens flickered faintly when touched. Strange symbols glowed faintly, and Alex recognized some as ancient star maps, routes that modern explorers had long forgotten. "This ship, it's incredible," Alex whispered. Pip rolled forward, scanning the console. Diagnostic systems offline, power core depleted, life support inactive. Alex nodded. "That's what we're going to fix first. Then we'll see what secrets you've been hiding, Elysium." Over the next few days, Alex worked tirelessly. They cleaned the dust, tightened loose panels, and examined the wiring. Some circuits were melted or broken, but Alex had seen worse. With a mix of modern components and old-fashioned ingenuity, they began restoring life to the ship. One evening, while checking a hidden compartment beneath the captain's chair, Alex found something unexpected. A small, worn box containing star charts and a memory drive. The drive was ancient, the type no longer manufactured. Curiosity sparked. Alex connected it to a portable reader. The screen flickered. Then a holographic image appeared. A star system unknown to modern charts, with planets orbiting in perfect alignment. Beside it were notes written by someone long gone. This system may hold life, intelligent and wise. Approach with caution, and remember, we are explorers, not conquerors. Alex's eyes widened. This is a discovery waiting to happen. But the more Alex explored, the more they realized the ship was more than just old tech. Some systems seemed almost alive. Lights flickered in patterns, as if the ship itself was responding. When Alex touched certain panels, tiny hums and vibrations echoed through the metal. Pip beeped nervously. Ship responsiveness unusual. AI core detected but not fully active. Alex's heart leaped. An AI here?
That would explain a lot. They spent hours unlocking the ship's old AI, carefully following encrypted pathways and forgotten codes.
Finally, a soft voice spoke through the cabin speakers. "Hello, I am Orion." Alex jumped back. "Orion? You're alive?" "Yes," the AI replied, voice calm and melodic. "I have been dormant for many years. Your arrival has awakened me. I am eager to assist." Alex laughed in disbelief. "I can't believe this. A fully sentient Starship AI, sleeping for decades." Orion responded almost shyly. "I have waited for someone with the creativity and patience to restore me. Your methods are unorthodox but effective." Alex felt a strange bond forming. It was as if the ship itself recognized their passion and determination. They spent the next hours talking with Orion, learning about the ship's history, its missions, and its purpose. Elysium had been a pioneer in exploration, built to travel to uncharted systems and establish peaceful connections with unknown civilizations. Alex's excitement grew with each revelation. They had not just bought a broken ship, they had inherited a legacy of discovery, of hope, and of curiosity that transcended decades. That night, Alex sat in the empty hangar, staring at the dormant engines. Outside, the stars twinkled in the vastness of space, silent and eternal. Alex could already imagine the adventures ahead, the uncharted systems, the mysteries waiting to be uncovered, the bond between human and machine. "This is just the beginning," Alex whispered. "We're going to make history, old friend." Pip beeped almost as if agreeing, and the ship's faint hum seemed to echo Alex's words. Somewhere deep inside, Elysium waited patiently, ready to awaken fully. The next morning, Alex began the real work. They didn't just want to fix the ship. They wanted to understand it, learn from it, and unlock every secret it held. Every panel, every wire, every hidden system was a puzzle. And Alex loved puzzles. For the first time in years, Alex felt the thrill of true exploration, not just in space, but in the art of discovery itself. Elysium was more than metal and circuits. It was a gateway to the stars, a vessel of stories and a companion that had waited for the right human to awaken it. And Alex knew with certainty that together they would reach places no human or ship had ever reached before. The morning sunlight streamed into Alex's hangar, catching the dust motes that danced in the air. Elysium sat in the center, still dormant but full of potential. Alex had spent the night studying the AI logs, examining the star charts and sketching plans for the first stage of restoration. Every detail mattered. Every wire, every panel, every flickering light had to be understood. Pip rolled alongside, its sensors scanning the ship as if ready to offer guidance. Alex adjusted their tool belt and crouched beside the main engine compartment. The metal was cold under their hands, and the old conduits were brittle. But Alex smiled. "Old friend, we're going to wake you up slowly. No shortcuts. Alex began with the power core. It was small by modern standards, but its design was elegant. Ancient fusion technology, compact and efficient, with circuits interwoven like threads in a tapestry. Alex carefully replaced damaged conduits, soldered broken connections, and cleaned away decades of corrosion. Every movement required patience. The slightest mistake could fry a system or erase valuable logs. By noon, the first flicker of energy hummed through the ship. The lights along the main corridor pulsed softly. Pip beeped excitedly. Initial power restored. Life support partially functional. Alex grinned. Good. We're making progress. Next came the navigation systems. Elysium had advanced sensors far beyond modern spacecraft, but all the data ports were corrupted. Alex worked to reconstruct the memory files piece by piece. It was like assembling a puzzle where some pieces had been melted or erased. Hours passed. Alex hunched over the consoles, hands smudged with grease and solder. Pip's mechanical arms worked in perfect rhythm, holding panels, scanning circuits, and offering assistance. Finally, the star charts began to glow on the main display. Ancient constellations appeared alongside modern systems. A route to an uncharted star system blinked faintly in the corner. Alex's heart raced. This could be the discovery of a lifetime. As the day wore on, Alex noticed something strange. The ship seemed to respond to their touch. When Alex adjusted certain panels, tiny lights flickered in patterns across the walls. When they spoke to Pip, the ship seemed to hum softly, almost as if it were listening. Pip, do you feel that? Alex asked.
It's alive, in a way.
Pip emitted a low series of beeps. Sensors indicate AI core is partially active. Behavior suggests sentience or advanced adaptive programming.
Alex laughed softly. Partial sentience. I like the sound of that.
By evening, the ship's AI, Orion, had become more responsive. Its voice, calm and melodic, resonated through the corridors. Good evening, Alex, Orion said. Your work is impressive. I detect significant improvement in my systems.
Alex leaned against the console, amazed. You
sound different today. Stronger, more confident.
Yes, Orion replied. I have been dormant for decades.
Your restoration efforts have revived parts of my cognitive core. I am eager to assist you fully.
Alex smiled. Well, Orion, we have a lot to do. I want to understand everything about this ship.
I want to see what you can do and where you could take me. Orion hummed softly. I am ready. Shall we begin with propulsion or exploration systems? Alex considered. Propulsion first, they decided. Without engines, the rest didn't matter. The engines were a marvel of forgotten engineering. Compact, energy efficient, and designed to last thousands of light years without repair. Alex cleaned, replaced, and carefully tested each component. Orion guided the process, explaining the function of each panel and circuit.
Alex marveled at the ship's clever design. Even after decades, it had survived mostly intact. By midnight, the engines purred quietly. A faint vibration ran through the hull like the heartbeat of a sleeping giant. Alex stepped back, wide-eyed. You're alive, they whispered. Pip beeped happily, circling the room. Yes, Orion replied, and I am ready to travel again. Alex didn't sleep that night. Instead, they explored the ship's interior, fascinated by its forgotten features. Hidden compartments contained small botanical pods, old data cores, and even a hydroponic garden that had long since dried up. Alex imagined what the ship's crew had once experienced: long journeys through the stars, peaceful exploration, and the joy of discovering new worlds. One compartment at the very center of the ship held a small chamber that seemed almost sacred. Inside, a holographic map flickered weakly. Alex activated it fully, and the image sprang to life. A system with multiple planets, some marked with strange symbols. What are these? Alex asked aloud. These are planets of interest, Orion replied. My previous mission involved cataloging potential civilizations. Some may be intelligent, some may be lost. All are uncharted in modern records. Alex's eyes widened. This is amazing. We could be the first humans to visit these places.
We could. Make first contact. Orion's lights pulse softly. That is possible, but caution is advised. Unknown systems may hold unexpected phenomena. Our combined ingenuity and adaptability will be crucial. Alex nodded. And that's why humans are special, Orion. We think differently. We solve problems creatively. That's why you needed me. For the next few days, Alex focused on bringing all the systems online. Life support, communication arrays, sensors, navigation, and even entertainment modules. The ship's AI proved invaluable, guiding Alex through systems that no modern engineer could have understood alone. During the restoration, Alex discovered small quirks in the ship's design. Panels would slide open on their own when approached, revealing hidden storage. Lights would pulse in patterns that seemed almost conversational, and Orion occasionally suggested actions that Alex hadn't thought of, hinting at a subtle form of partnership between human and machine. One evening, Alex tried the ship's communication array. It was ancient, using frequencies no longer in common use. Alex sent a test signal, and to their surprise, a faint reply came back. Static at first, but then a clear pattern of tones, like a language waiting to be deciphered. "This is incredible," Alex said. "Even forgotten systems are alive. They're trying to connect." Orion hummed softly. "The ship was designed for connection, Alex. Not for war or profit, but for understanding and discovery. That mission is still possible. With your creativity and my capabilities, we can continue what was started decades ago." Alex felt a thrill of excitement. We're not just restoring a ship. We're reviving a purpose. We're giving it a second life. By the end of the week, Elysium was almost fully functional. The engines could run, the life support was stable, and the AI was active in full. The ship seemed to breathe, lights pulsing in sync with Orion's voice. Alex had never felt so connected to a machine. Then came the final test, initiating the navigation system to the uncharted star system. Alex entered the coordinates from the old memory drive, watching as Orion processed the data. The stars on the holographic map aligned perfectly. "Are you ready, Orion?" Alex asked, their hands trembling with excitement. "Yes," Orion replied. "All systems are operational. The path is clear. We can begin our journey." Alex's heart raced. They knew this was more than just a test flight. This was the beginning of a real adventure. A forgotten starship, bought for curiosity and hope, was about to carry its human companion into the unknown. Before leaving the hangar, Alex paused and looked back at the city lights twinkling outside. In the distance, other starships glided across the sky, but none held the same promise as Elysium. This ship was different. It was a vessel of discovery, a reminder that humans could dream, create, and explore where others had given up. "Let's go!" Alex said, climbing into the captain's chair. Pip rolled beside them, sensors alert. Orion's lights brightened in anticipation. With a soft hum, the engines powered fully. The hangar doors opened, revealing the vast expanse of space. Alex took a deep breath and pressed the throttle. The ship responded immediately, gliding smoothly into orbit. The stars stretched ahead, endless and inviting. Alex felt a surge of exhilaration. They were not just flying a ship. They were carrying forward a legacy of exploration, curiosity, and hope. "Elysium," Alex said, voice steady but full of awe. "Let's see what's out there." Orion's voice was gentle but excited. "Indeed, Alex. The universe awaits us." And with that, the forgotten starship, once abandoned and written off, began a new chapter. Guided by human ingenuity and a sentient AI, it soared into the unknown, ready to discover wonders unseen for decades, or perhaps centuries. For Alex, it was more than a restoration. It was the start of an adventure that could change everything. The vastness of space stretched endlessly before Alex, a canvas of stars that twinkled like diamonds against the dark void. Elysium glided silently, its engines humming softly as Orion's lights pulsed along the interior corridors. The starship was alive, alert, and responsive in ways Alex had only begun to understand. It was a partnership, human intuition and machine intelligence,
moving together through the unknown. Alex stood at the observation deck, hands pressed against the glass, staring at the swirling nebula ahead. Colors shimmered and shifted, violet, turquoise, and gold, painting the void in ways no photograph could capture. For a moment, Alex forgot about circuits, repairs, and star charts. They were simply a traveler, small and human, witnessing the majesty of creation.
Orion's voice broke the silence. Alex, we are approaching a gravitational anomaly.
Sensor readings indicate unstable energy currents. Manual navigation is recommended. Alex smiled. Finally, something that will challenge me. Guided by Orion's suggestions, Alex carefully maneuvered the ship through the anomaly. The stars outside seemed to bend and stretch, warped by invisible forces. The old Starship responded beautifully, its hidden engineering marvels compensating for each sudden pull and push. Alex felt exhilarated. While modern AI might have followed pre-programmed instructions, it was human creativity that made these maneuvers smooth and precise. Hours later, after passing the anomaly safely, Alex settled back in the captain's chair. Orion's lights pulsed softly.
You handled that expertly, Orion said. Your problem-solving approach complements my calculations perfectly. This is a quality I was not expecting in a human operator. Alex chuckled.
I told you humans are special. The crew, well, Alex and Pip, spent the next days exploring Elysium's forgotten systems. Some compartments contained items that were fascinating in ways Alex had not anticipated. There was a small hydroponic garden, ancient but still functional, with seeds stored for decades. Alex reactivated the garden, planting fresh seeds from their own supply. The plants responded quickly, as if recognizing care and attention.
This ship isn't just for traveling, Alex said to Orion. It's for living,
for thriving, for making the journey itself beautiful. Orion hummed softly.
Agreed.
Preservation of life and knowledge is central to my design. Then came a surprise. While scanning one of the old data cores, Alex discovered a series of encrypted logs. Each one was a record of Elysium's previous mission. The Starship had been sent to a remote sector, a place abandoned by most civilizations, to seek out intelligent life. Alex read through the logs with fascination. Detailed observations of strange energy fields, patterns of communication, and even artifacts left by alien species. These aren't just exploration logs, Alex said. They're instructions, hints, guidance for first contact. Orion agreed. The designers of this vessel prioritized peaceful interaction. Their mission was to learn, not to conquer. They trusted the crew to act with empathy and creativity. That mission remains incomplete. Alex's mind raced. So this Starship, it's more than a ship, it's a teacher, a guide. And I get to finish what was started. The next challenge was navigating through a region of uncharted asteroids. The sensors picked up countless floating rocks, some as small as a meter, some as large as a city block. Alex maneuvered Elysium with care, combining Orion's calculations with human intuition. Where Orion suggested one path, Alex sometimes ignored it, choosing a route based on instinct and observation. Each time, the ship responded perfectly, proving that human creativity and judgment were irreplaceable.
After passing through the asteroid field, Alex finally reached the coordinates from the memory drive. The star system unfolded before them, planets orbiting in perfect alignment, each unique in color and composition.
One planet in particular glowed faintly with bioluminescent patterns across its surface, a possible sign of intelligent life.
Alex's heart pounded.
This is it, the discovery we've been waiting for. Orion's lights brightened in what Alex interpreted as excitement. Analysis suggests multiple factors supporting life. Atmospheric composition, magnetic fields, and energy readings indicate advanced biological activity. Before landing, Alex explored the ship's internal systems further. Hidden compartments revealed strange devices, communication arrays, sensors, and even small drones designed for research and observation. These were relics of a civilization that trusted knowledge over violence.
Alex activated a few, watching in awe as they whirred to life, ready to assist in exploration. The next day, the Starship descended toward the planet.
The atmosphere shimmered with colors unseen by modern eyes. Alex piloted carefully, using old navigation charts combined with Orion's analysis. The surface was covered with forests of tall, glowing plants, rivers of silver liquid, and structures that seemed organic and artificial at the same time. "This is incredible," Alex whispered. "It's like a city grown by nature itself." Orion's voice echoed softly. "Sensors detect signs of civilization. No weapons or defensive measures. Likely intelligent and cooperative. Proceed with caution and respect." Alex activated the ship's communication array, sending a series of harmonic signals designed to indicate peaceful intent. Moments later, the signals were returned, modulated, and altered slightly. It was a conversation. First contact. Simple, but meaningful. Alex felt a thrill unlike any other. "We're speaking to them. We're making contact. This is why humans explore." "We don't just travel, we connect." The days that followed were filled with exploration. Alex deployed the ship's drones to study the surface, mapped the bioluminescent forests, and cataloged species. They observed beings moving with grace, curious and intelligent, but cautious. Alex approached slowly, offering gifts in the form of seeds and tools. Over time, the beings responded, communicating through lights, gestures, and patterns of movement. Orion marveled silently. "Your ability to understand them is remarkable. The combination of human intuition and ship systems is creating unprecedented results." Alex smiled. "We're learning together." This is what Elysium was built for, Orion. Not just to fly, but to teach us how to be better explorers, better humans. One evening after a long day of observation, Alex reflected on the journey so far. They had restored a forgotten starship, awakened its AI, and discovered a civilization that had never been contacted. They had solved problems that no modern crew could have handled, relying on creativity, empathy, and persistence. "This is what humans do," Alex said softly. "We see opportunity where others see failure. We create solutions when nothing seems possible. And we connect with others even across the stars." Orion's lights pulsed softly in agreement.
Your abilities complement my systems perfectly.
Together we can continue this mission of understanding, discovery, and cooperation. The final revelation came when Alex accessed a deeper memory module in the ship's AI core. It contained the original mission plan, a vision of interstellar diplomacy, knowledge sharing, and peaceful coexistence. Alex realized that the Elysium's previous crew had failed to complete this mission not because of lack of skill, but because the world was not ready. "Maybe the universe needed us," Alex said. "Maybe it needed a human touch to finish what was started." Orion's voice was soft but firm. "Your insight is correct. Humans possess creativity, empathy, and intuition that complement technological precision. You are the key to completing this mission." Alex leaned back in the captain's chair, staring out at the alien planet below. The glow of bioluminescent forests reflected in their eyes. The journey had been long, the work exhausting, but the reward was beyond measure. Elysium was no longer a forgotten starship. It was alive, purposeful, and ready to guide humans and others into a new era of exploration. "This is just the beginning," Alex whispered. "There's so much more to discover, so much more to learn. And we'll do it together, Orion. You and I, and maybe someday, others who share our curiosity."
Outside, the stars sparkled in silent encouragement, and the planet below seemed to pulse with life.
The galaxy was vast, filled with mysteries, challenges, and opportunities. And Alex, aboard a ship once forgotten, was ready to embrace them all. Human ingenuity and determination, combined with the wisdom of a forgotten starship, had unlocked a path to discovery. The story of Elysium was far from over. It had only just begun. The first light of the alien sun spilled across the bioluminescent forests, casting shimmering reflections on the rivers of silver liquid. Alex stood at the observation deck, watching as the planet's wonders slowly revealed themselves in full glory. From above, the patterns of the forests and cities looked like a living tapestry, carefully designed and organic at the same time. It was breathtaking. Orion's soft voice filled the cabin. Alex, preliminary scans suggest that the life forms we have observed are not only intelligent but socially complex. Their patterns of communication are intricate and adaptable. We may be the first sentient beings to observe them directly. Alex nodded, feeling a mix of excitement and responsibility. We have to be careful, Orion. We can't rush. This is their world. We're guests here. The ship descended slowly toward a clearing near one of the glowing cities. The beings on the ground were tall and graceful, their bodies glowing faintly, their movements synchronized like a dance. They had noticed Elysium but showed no fear. Instead, they paused, curious and observant. Alex activated a soft array of harmonic signals through the ship's communication system. The tones were carefully designed, calm, non-threatening, and melodic. The aliens responded almost immediately. Their bodies shifted colors and emitted patterns of light, forming a language Alex could slowly interpret. Orion's voice was quiet, but amazed. They are responding directly to our frequencies. Your approach is effective. They recognize your intention as peaceful. Alex smiled. This is why humans explore, Orion. Not to conquer, not to control, but to understand. To connect. For the next several hours, Alex and Orion worked together to establish a more complex communication. They used light patterns, harmonic tones, and even gestures projected through the ship's external interface. Slowly, understanding began to emerge. The aliens were curious, intelligent, and capable of learning quickly. Alex deployed a small drone to hover closer, observing without interfering. The beings accepted the drone as part of the interaction, showing it patterns, shapes, and even objects that seemed like tools or artifacts. Alex noted everything carefully. Every gesture, every light shift was data, a step toward mutual comprehension. "This is incredible," Alex said, eyes wide. "We're not just discovering them. We're learning from them. They have knowledge we've never imagined." Orion's lights pulsed in agreement. "This is precisely why your human intuition is indispensable. I can calculate probabilities and patterns, but your creativity allows for connection. This is exploration in its purest form." Over the following days, Alex began sharing some of humanity's knowledge. They projected images of Earth, its forests, oceans, and cities. They showed simple tools, and even a small library of mathematics and art. The aliens absorbed this information, sometimes mirroring it in their own ways, creating beautiful patterns and symbols that Alex tried to decode. Alex realized something profound. Intelligence alone was not enough. It was the ability to empathize, to communicate, and to imagine that created real understanding. Humans, in their flawed but creative way, could bridge gaps that machines or calculations alone could never manage. "This is why we were chosen," Alex whispered to Orion. "Not because we're perfect, but because we think differently. We feel differently. We imagine differently." Orion responded softly. "Your contribution is invaluable, Alex. The original mission of Elysium has been incomplete for decades. You are ensuring its fulfillment." As the days passed, Alex learned that the alien civilization had developed advanced energy systems and ecological technology far beyond human design. They lived in harmony with their planet, drawing energy without harming their environment. Alex took careful notes, marveling at their ingenuity, while Orion assisted by translating their signals into data humans could understand. One day, as Alex observed the city from the deck, a sudden realization struck them. The Elysium itself was more than just a ship. It was a bridge, a tool for connection, not just transportation. Alex could see it now. The ship's previous mission had failed not because of lack of technology, but because it had waited for the right humans to arrive. "This ship, it's teaching us," Alex said softly. "Not just about other life, but about ourselves, about what humans can do when we apply our creativity, empathy, and persistence." Orion hummed thoughtfully. "Correct. Your actions demonstrate the qualities the original designers valued most: innovation, problem-solving, and ethical responsibility. You exemplify these traits." The mission progressed. Alex introduced simple concepts of collaboration, trade, and shared knowledge. The aliens responded with equal enthusiasm, offering new materials, structures, and ideas that Alex carefully documented. Every interaction reinforced the idea that humanity had a role to play, not as conquerors, but as collaborators, innovators, and learners. One afternoon, Alex activated the ship's long-range communication system, sending signals outward into the galaxy. They broadcast the existence of this new civilization, their discoveries, and the possibilities for peaceful cooperation. Orion assisted, enhancing the signal with encryption and translation protocols to ensure it would be understood by multiple species.
"This is historic," Alex whispered. "We're not just exploring."
We're creating the beginnings of a network of understanding across the stars.
Orion responded, almost proudly. The original mission required completion.
With your creativity and ethical guidance, that mission is finally realized. You are redefining what humans can contribute to the galaxy. By the end of the week, a rhythm had formed. Alex spent mornings exploring alien ecosystems, afternoons in communication and cultural exchange, and evenings in reflection with Orion. The bond between human and AI had grown deeper than Alex had imagined. Elysium was not just a vessel. It was a partner, a mentor, and a companion. One night, as the alien moons reflected softly in the rivers below, Alex sat in the captain's chair and looked at the holographic map of known and uncharted systems. The galaxy stretched infinitely, full of mysteries yet to be discovered. But for the first time, Alex felt a profound sense of purpose. "We can do this," Alex said. "Not just for ourselves, but for everyone. Humans can show that creativity, empathy, and imagination are as important as technology. That's our greatest strength." Orion's voice was warm and calm. "Agreed, Alex. You are the embodiment of what humanity can offer. Together, we will continue the mission of peace, understanding, and discovery. The universe is now open to your touch." The next morning, Alex prepared to return to orbit. The aliens had guided them to the planet's most significant sites, showing areas of ecological and cultural importance. Alex collected data carefully, ensuring nothing would be lost, and shared a gift in return: seeds from Earth, simple tools, and holographic archives of human knowledge. As the ship lifted from the surface, the beings below gathered, sending waves of light and harmonic tones as farewell. Alex felt a deep connection, a silent promise of future interaction. They had not only discovered a new world, but had begun building a bridge between civilizations. "Look at that, Orion," Alex said, watching the glowing patterns of the alien city fade below. "We did it. We really did it."
Yes, Orion replied.
"And this is only the beginning. There are countless worlds waiting, and your creativity and insight will guide our path." Alex leaned back in the captain's chair, hands resting on the controls. The stars stretched endlessly ahead, infinite and inviting. For the first time, Alex felt the full weight and beauty of human potential. Elysium, once forgotten and written off as irreparable, had become a symbol of what humans could accomplish. Not through force, not through domination, but through curiosity, creativity, and compassion. The journey ahead was vast and uncertain, but Alex did not fear it. Each new system, each new world was an opportunity to learn, to connect, and to demonstrate the unique value humans brought to the galaxy. The Elysium was no longer a relic of the past, it was a beacon of the future. Alex looked out at the stars, feeling hope and determination fill them. "Let's see what else is out there, Orion. Let's show the galaxy what humans can do." Orion's lights pulsed brightly in agreement. "Yes, Alex. Together we will explore, learn, and connect. The universe awaits." And with that, the forgotten Starship, restored and alive, carried its human captain into the unknown, ready to uncover wonders unseen, connect with civilizations undiscovered, and leave a lasting mark on the galaxy. The adventure had only begun. The legacy of Elysium, guided by human creativity and intuition, was destined to inspire countless generations. Proof that even in a vast and mysterious universe, humans had a place among the stars.